Hello, everybody. Welcome to Graded Point Live. Tonight is weird. Piper is not here. I don't know what happened. I'm going to guess the werewolves got her.
It's usually the best bet.
Mm-hmm.
Antifa's back.
Oh no.
The Antifa werewolves, is that what I'm gathering here?
I imagine they're just really emaciated
Mm-hmm.
and just like, oh, we refuse to eat meat. Mother Earth provides for.
Gaia first! Oh god. Fucking werewolf, the wolfening. What a fucked up game it became. Anyway,
Yeah.
you had topics.
Yeah, I
wasn't
got a
it?
few topics. Yeah. We got our normal banter, so we're going to jump right in, right? Fuck it. This is a
Sure.
topic we all love. So yeah, you remember the last stream we did, guys, where we talked about how Zoe Quinn is a garbage human being and
Yep.
should never work in the industry,
Yep.
Oh boy, yep.
especially in the comic book industry.
Yeah, and how she basically forced multiple people to kill themselves, or not forced, she coerced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. She claimed to have killed somebody up in Canada
Yep.
with a pen to the eyeball.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But so far we have one attempted suicide, a successful suicide to our name.
Two
And-
successful because one's a self-immolation.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what else? DC.
Yeah.
DC's having an attempted suicide.
Yeah.
Is it really suicide if you just shoot yourself in the foot? I mean, it's a survival injury, but
Yeah. I mean, this is what I was going to talk about this Friday, but it literally got me so mad. I said I can't do a stream. I just can't. I'm pissed off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is if you get to a point where you're pissed off before you even get started, just take a break. Just take a break.
I feel I hate to say it, I feel a little bad for Zoe Quinn because all of the memes that are gonna come out because the book is called Deathbringer.
No, even better.
No, not just Deathbringer.
No, it's infected Deathbringer.
I mean, that's even worse for her.
That's what I said. Like,
It also doesn't help that she modeled for Suicide Girls.
bleh.
I mean,
Well, it wasn't Suicide Girls. It was a
It was a
Suicide
fake.
Girl
It was a fake suicide. It was a knockoff Suicide Girl. Even the Suicide Girls have standards. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and Zoe hates standards and practices.
Well, obviously, look at all the jobs she's had. Pooh.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
Good lord, these people.
So yeah. Let's So we got Zoe Quinn to write DC Comics Batman and Superman spinoff, The Infected Deathbringer.
So is this like spinning off from the DC comics?
I believe so, because those are running.
Oh god, those are so fucking bad.
Because isn't that like the running with the Batman Who Laughs and? Or is that no? The Deceased is
that's
their
a different.
Deceased is their like zombie book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Batman Who Laughs. That's what's going on in Batman and Superman, where he's
Dark Knight's Metal or some shit like that.
yeah. But what's happening is the Batman Who Laughs is like infecting people with the toxin that he was infected with. You know, different
With AIDS.
I mean. So DC Comics announced that Zoe Quinn will team up with artist Tyler Kirkham to write a Batman and Superman spinoff titled The Infected Deathbringer #1. That's implying there's going to be more. Quinn's story will focus on Donna Troy as she becomes infected by the Batman Who Laughs toxin and turns into the worst version of herself. DC Comics describes a story of a hero who is done with bringing peace to the world and that cannot be trusted with it. A woman whose newly awakened dark side is ready to burn it all down and forge a new destiny.
And I bet you she'll have the fucking gall to claim that this is an autobiography afterwards. Oh
Probably.
my god, that is a presumptuous fucking story to write, especially considering this bitch.
I feel sorry for the artist. He may get me too. Yeah, and apparently he's a Mormon. So
Good fucking luck. I mean,
Hey,
she'll succeed.
I'm looking at some of his art, and I genuinely like it. Like,
That's the sad part.
Mhm.
She ruins people around her, and it's gonna ruin this poor guy.
yeah. So and apparently there's also a book in that series called The Infected, the Commissioner #1, which why didn't they just call that one Donna Troy? Right? The Infected Donna Troy, right?
or Donna Troy, the Deathbringer.
Yeah. I mean, this one, The Infected, the Commissioner. That's like makes sense.
I get they're trying to tie all the books together, but you create like a subseries called The Infected,
Yeah.
and then it's like Donna Troy, the Deathbringer.
Yeah.
Commissioner, the Commissioner Who Laughs, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because you already have this like the Infected line of comic books under DC,
Right.
or it's like a sub-story series. It's like Civil War, Captain America, Winter Soldier, shit like that.
Yeah.
You don't need that many names, or
Yeah.
the Infected name is implied.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's see. Along with Quinn and Kirkham's The Infected Deathbringer #1, DC has also announced that Paul Jenkins and artist Jack Herbert will team up for a one-shot featuring Jim Gordon titled The Infected, the Commissioner. Gordon will also be corrupted by the Batman Who Laughs toxin. DC's Comics describes this issue about a hero whose sense of duty and honor is stripped away, a man who has finally given in to his worst impulses, and he might just take the entire city into darkness with him. Both issues will feature covers by Viktor Bogdanovich. Quinn and Kirkham's The Infected Deathbringer #1 debuts on September 4th, while Jenkins and Commissioners he will hit the shelf on December 18th. These books will join 4 others in the Infected one-shot series featuring Shazam, Supergirl, Hawkman, and Blue Beetle. These 6 characters will become the Batman's Who's Laughs lieutenants as they go on Apex. As they take on Apex Lex Luthor in the upcoming Hell Arisen miniseries. Oh god, they're doing what Marvel has been doing for years, and they're fucking up.
Oh god.
They're doing an event that ties into an event that ties into an event that ties into an event.
So it was supposed to come out on September 4th?
No, December.
Oh, December 4th. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that.
They're already late, right?
Yeah.
Batman and Superman will face off against the corrupted Shazam and Batman Superman #2. That will hit shelves on the 25th of this month.
So, I'm gonna say something here, and it might be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really fucking tired of evil superheroes. Because it's like everywhere is doing it now. Like, if you're gonna have people, like, you don't just need like dark reflections of the hero. Tell different stories.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to get it's turning an old hat, unfortunately.
I'll be honest with you. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The biggest problem is this trend of deconstruction of the superhero started in the 80s. Unfortunately, they never stopped it. And that includes like turning them evil and doing that. That's fine for offshoot, takes and things like that. But it's getting to the point like who's inspired by Superman anymore?
Yeah. Well, stepdads who beat their kids. Prove me wrong.
It's gonna be hard, but shit.
Yeah, I like that. It says, "Remember when dark reflections of the heroes meant giving them evil twins instead of just turning them evil outright?" Or stop talking about Ron.
Oh my god. No, I have a relatively limited pool of comic knowledge to pull through, but I think one of my favorite like evil reflection versions was Vengeance from the Ghost Rider series. Because it's not like somebody who's just like I'm evil for the sake of being evil. It's like I'm driven by revenge,
Yeah.
and this demonic spirit that's put in me is not helping.
Mm-hmm.
And it works a lot better because it's a soap opera at its core, and then you add the extra shit to it. It's not just like this is evil and then we'll add some drama to it. You need to start with the drama. You need to start with the story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know if they're mature any longer, they're able to handle that shit anymore.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we have a tie-in story. This one I think this one, let me kill that tab. This one came out on the 14th, which is 2 days ago. DC Comics writer Zoe Quinn responds to reports of inconsistencies and accusations against Alice Halaka. Claims findings are, quote, gross, misogynistic, fake PI nonsense.
Zoe, the findings are shit that you posted.
Yeah, and also those misogynists are women. The one who posted that article on that website is a woman.
Yeah, just like people called me a white supremacist for wearing a red baseball cap.
Yeah. Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah. My skin is darker than yours, lady.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at this hobgoblin. Look at that face. Jesus fucking Christ.
I love how they keep getting really low resolution pictures and scaling it up.
Yeah.
Because it's not just like...
Well, to be fair, that's probably the resolution of the stream. But...
no, I pulled up the article as well, and it's pretty fucking awful.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way to make her look any way good. She looks like a hobgoblin. Like...
It looks like she hasn't brushed her teeth in like a year. Like the lighting doesn't help, so just like close your mouth in a shadowy picture.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want your teeth looking like way darker.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that her hair is extensions too. The reason I say that is because she always had short hair.
Mm-hmm.
If it isn't just a wig,
and it might just be a wig, yeah. Might just be a wig.
and the amount of makeup she's wearing makes like the wrinkles on her face look like she's an old lady trying to.
And she's only in her like early 30s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you rode hard and put up wet, I mean.
Ugh.
Poor Mike. I just gave him.
Who would do that to her? So many people, it turns out. But why would somebody do that to her?
Well, when you're an indie game dev, and there are no women around you.
Yeah, literally no women.
Then the closest thing to a woman will do.
Yeah. Closest thing to a woman. Oh my god. The closest thing to He really got you missed it. Oh Josh. Oh, hi Josh, by the way. How are you doing?
Hey.
You feeling better, by the way?
Dude, after a nice weekend of resting, I feel so much better. Oh my god, I only got the occasional phlegm coming up now.
Yeah.
Can't believe Mike is fucking dead.
Zoe Quinn has claimed another, ladies and gentlemen. Killed. Yeah, you missed the joke. How did you say about it? Oh yeah, like it's because I said something about because we're talking about how Zoe Quinn looks like a hobgoblin, and I
was asking why would anybody do that?
Goblin lives matter.
It's pretty good too. So yeah, Mike says, so why would anybody do that? And then he said apparently a lot of people have, and then Raptro say it again.
I said when you're an indie game dev and there are no women around, and you get really desperate, the closest thing to a woman will do.
Oh, Woo laddie. Woo
I have an
laddie.
important question for you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Are you going to get your Bounding into Comics newsletter? All you got to do is enter your email onto the right and subscribe.
Yeah, put your email in on stream.
Okay. Optimus.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do his email.
help@twitter.com.
Point.
Make Zoe go away. Gmail.
So Zoe Quinn.
Oh, dude, what is Zoe Quinn's email? Hold on.
We're gonna send her.
I'm not saying you should do this. All I'm doing is regaling you of tales from my teenage years. But we did mess with my one friend one time by signing him up for interest in in enrolling in all the armed forces.
Oh no,
I did that to a friend of
they
mine
are
too.
desperate. Oh.
Unburntwitch@blogspot.com.
Really? Blogspot?
Apparently, she's got a Blogspot account.
Hey, it could have been like AOL or
Yeah.
Hotmail. Or
I'm
something.
not gonna. I got standards, and
Fuck it, I'll do it.
well then you okay? I mean, I have standards.
No,
but-
I am totally not going to do it.
Yeah.
On a separate thing from the stream.
All right.
Reminder, this is all in Minecraft.
Yeah, everything we're doing is in Minecraft. There's no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zoe Quinn has made people kill themselves in Minecraft.
Okay, so let's read this. Okay, Zoe Quinn has returned from her self-imposed social media exile, issuing a statement in which she denies any responsibility for Halaka's suicide and refuses to address the recently uncovered evidence which directly contradicts her initial accusations against Halaka. On September 12th, Quinn reverted her Twitter account from...
Wasn't she kind of like, guys, what you're seeing there doesn't reflect reality.
I've changed as
my
a person.
words. My words that I said don't reflect what was going on then.
Yeah.
I'm a different victim now than I was then.
I've evolved.
On September 12th, Quinn reverted her Twitter account from private to public status in response to the recent public backlash against her by posting a tweet containing 4 screenshots of text she had written in notes of her iPhone. Why do these boomers do that shit? I mean, why do these Zoomers? I shouldn't say boomers because we're the boomers. We're smart. Why do these Zoomers do this bullshit? Right?
So, somebody much smarter than me said once, if you ever have to write multiple pages in Notepad and take screenshots of it, you know you fucked up. You're not in the right. If you ever have to write an essay about what you did, you are not abdicated of what you've done. No. That is like pure deflection.
Oh yeah. So
Kevin Spacey did it.
We're not talking about Jared here, are we?
A little bit.
Kevin Spacey, Jared. Who else did that? Fuck.
I like how I always like this Kevin Spacey one. That always got me. Right? Was the he's accused of sexual assaulting a man, right, or a boy, right, at the time, and his response was to come out as a gay man.
See, this is what the homosexuals do.
Yeah.
He heard about the Myers Gambit, but he only went halfway.
Yeah, he didn't come out as a furry as well.
Speaking of
gotta
gay
get
men,
100%.
Speaking of gay men, rest in peace, Cab.
All right, Cab has been thoroughly destroyed today after he exposed the sexual assault that some feminists did to him on the disco dance floor in Florida a couple years back. Witnessed by our friend Ace, by the way.
Yeah. I cannot believe that feminists would go after a gay man like that.
I can't believe that a feminist would, drug a gay Florida man.
I didn't think it was even possible to drug a Florida man that hard.
Yeah, and then where he passes out in the middle of a dance floor and then jerks him off only halfway,
leaving him with blue balls.
The job.
Leaving with blue balls. I just can't believe that happened. And Cab, if you're listening, we're with you, buddy.
They're there.
We're not gay or anything, but we're.
Well, actually, I can think of a reason why the feminists wouldn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Because gay men hurt women more than they hurt men.
Oh yeah.
Oh
I could
God, I've
probably
heard this
find-
argument before. Oh my
I
God.
could probably
Oh.
find the article that says that shit too.
We'll never forget. But guys, we're forgetting one thing. Cab is not gay, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
No. Like seriously, according to was it Vox Media, and in addition to CNN, if you are a conservative and you have conservative beliefs, you are not gay. You just have sex with men.
Mm-hmm. I can hear Rapcho's like gears just kind of crunching now.
You know, those old cartoons where the guy's thinking of something, and then, like in his head you see the little guy, somebody's winding up the toy, and that's in Raptro's head right now.
Yeah, no, it's closer to like a Windows 95 shutdown noise.
Gung, gung, gung.
I don't know what rabbit hole I'm down now, but I found a fucking PDF article that's "Lesbian Baiting Hurts All Women" by Mary McClintock.
Oh god, you want a rabbit hole? Oh, you want a rabbit hole? I hope Gwen's listening to this. She's the one that pointed this out to me. There's a section of wokeness that gets on lesbians because of their male gaze.
Alrighty.
What the fuck?
Oh, they're she calls them purity fags because they're terrified of men, and instead of addressing that, they pretend that they like women, and instead of addressing the fact that other lesbians like looking at women, they try to claim that the male gaze is hurtful to other women because it's reinforcing the patriarchy somehow.
Yeah, and like and lesbians inherit the male gaze, and yeah, it's
what the
it's a
fuck?
rabbit hole.
This is like non-Euclidean geometry. No, this doesn't make sense. You can't just say
I will help you make sense of it, Raptor.
no. I don't want no.
All you need to keep in mind is that 99% of these people are postmodernists. And in a postmodern mindset,
Nothing has any-
history, patterns, labels, definitions, they don't mean shit. They literally do not mean anything. So you can choose to apply them in really whatever fashion you so choose, as long as you sound good enough to impress your other lefty postmodern friends.
You think we're joking, but that is exactly how it works.
Like no, I kind of get that because I'm relatively close to Portland, and I've heard like
I'm so sorry. Oh.
yeah.
Let's
But,
be honest. Let's be honest here. I live in North Carolina, and I'm too close to Portland. Okay, that's the way I look at that. So, and that's like on the opposite coast.
I'm over here in Ohio, and I think I am just far enough away from Portland.
God. No.
Speaking of Ohio, I got this weird fucking book to show you later, Bray. It's not safe for work, so it's just.
I like how we just talk about that on stream. We just like, hey, you want to see a?
Yo, dog,
Hey,
let
kids,
me show
you
you
wanna
this
see a
sick-ass
dick?
porno.
It's like, hey, you want to see some of this weird fucking shit I found, Bray?
Dude, I actually
I mean-
think that would be a legit good section of a stream, like maybe once a week is just here's the weird shit we found over the week. Here, let's just talk about the weird shit we found.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the secret Subscribe Star show. If you pay $5 a month on Subscribe Star, you get access to the private stream.
Oh God. Look, guys,
Hey,
nobody
you
knows about
joke,
this.
but that's the kind of shit that you got to do to
Oh
hustle
yeah,
that shit.
no, I've seen quite a few people, like especially like with now, with the YouTube membership thing, a lot of people do like private streams and shit for their members. Yeah.
Yeah, don't even get me fucking started on like Patreon thottery. Like I hate it so much.
But it's not being a porn star if you call it cosplay.
That's true.
You're still a pornographer.
I mean, just because you happen to be if you're dressed up like Lulu from Final Fantasy X and your boobs happen to fall out, that is not the issue, right?
But they're never in a
Oh,
costume.
okay, Twitch moderator.
They're never in a costume. They're in a wig and like lingerie, and they're like, "Oh, I'm cosplaying." It's not a cosplay if you're not in the costume of the character.
Hey,
Costume.
why are you shaming like that, bro?
It's
Maybe they.
It's not
Wait a minute. Hold
shame,
on. Hold
it's
on. Hold on. Hold on.
fucking
Hold on. Hold on.
definitions.
Hold on.
That doesn't sound very PC of you, bro.
That's not very postmodernist of you.
You're right. I should just accept that there is no pattern to women being incredibly desperate and, like,
why
hey,
don't-
I need a little bit of money. Let me.
And how do you know
myself
that
out."
these young women are not just they're just like identifying as cosplayers? So you ever thought about that? See, checkmate, atheist.
Oh my god! I fucking.
But on the real, I won't give them a dime.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect the hustle.
Oh,
And
oh no!
I tell you what, if I could pay my rent by swinging my dick around on cam, I would do it right now.
Dude, there is a Russian Twitch streamer who does not even play a video game. She dances to Just Dance YouTube videos, and she has earned like 230,000 USD to buy a house.
I mean,
Fucking simps.
Yeah.
I'll look at the e-thoughts from a distance and like admire the good nude ones as like an
It's
aesthetic
funny
thing.
to me because you know
But
how
don't give them attention. Oh my
you know
god.
this all
What do you
started.
give
You
it?
know with like it started like kind of like a back thing. You know like on those like weird advertisements you see on like those porno sites. That's like come to this site and this thought will if you pay her money she'll take off her clothes and shit, right? Now we're getting that on actual Twitch, except for the actual removal of clothes, but unless they're caught, and then it's like. Yeah.
See, I think there's a problem though, and it's we can relate this back to comic. The market is flooded. There are too many options.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I pay you money when I could go over to this store that's having a free comic book day and just get some for free?
Yeah.
I've oh my god, I've seen this one girl that offered her premium Snapchat for like $2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she was decent looking, but
That's 200 pennies too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? Like here you go. Like for example, I saw an article the other day about this Twitch streamer, this Twitch thought, who apparently accidentally showed her front hole.
Oh, you mean that thing that's illegal to do?
Well, what it was,
front-facing hole.
what it was, she was doing normal thoughterry, right? She wasn't, because Twitch does have the whole just chatting thing now, so they can get away with that. And what she was doing was playing with her dog, right? And before you think, no, it wasn't nothing like that. I mean, she wasn't.
Piper, no.
No, it wasn't like nothing
Hey,
like
Midnight
that.
Images, what's going on?
And then what happened was apparently she forgot to put on her drawers. And her skirt came up while she was like reshifting, and of course, then it's like, "Hello, sunshine,"
The whispering eye has come to visit.
But I don't get, and like I don't know, maybe somebody in the chat will maybe be able to elucidate me. Maybe one of you guys here can clue me in a devil's advocate kind of way. But like, all right, why are a lot of people very thirsty for like a specific nude person? Because if I want to fill my I want to look at nude people quota, I don't gotta bug people in DMs. I don't gotta spend money. I just Google like titties or go to Pornhub or whatever, and I can see like whatever the fuck I want to see, and even like body types that are very similar to other women that I would be attracted to but haven't seen naked. Why is there such specificness on like needing to see one single person nude to the exclusion of any of the other porn on the internet not satisfying you?
I can actually advocate for the devil on this. It is specific emotional attachment to that person. Like you watch a Twitch streamer, let's say you're really dedicated to a female Twitch streamer, and you watch an 8-hour stream, and you're there for the highs, you're there for the lows. You feel like they're a friend, and you become emotionally attached, and you're like, I'm thirsty. and it's just you immediately
Okay.
are like, she's really pretty, and I want to see that.
Okay, let me wait. Let me hold on. Let me break
I
this
can
down.
understand.
Let me break this down real quick. So you're saying, okay, what I'm understanding,
Which
that
is going
men
down.
get emotionally attached to women and then pay to want to see them naked, right?
Yes.
So marriage.
Yes, but it costs less than marriage.
I don't know
In
about
the
that,
short
fam.
term.
Hey,
I don't know about that, fam. Come on.
Okay.
postmodern e-marriage.
Oh god.
I mean, in a postmodernist society.
Yeah, well, it's the same reason why like Twitch thoughts will hide the fact that they're married. Or
Oh, yeah.
shit, like, or they're in a relationship just because like they won't get as many donations if
I
they're wearing
saw-
a ring or.
Let me give you an example, because Mom's been on this Dr. Phil kick lately, right? So she's been watching Dr. Phil
no.
on the OWN channel. But sometimes he has some good subjects, and this was just so happens.
Dr. Phil, I don't mind because you can't shave a duck that way.
Mm-hmm.
He comes up with dumb shit like that, and I love him.
I mean, I always like from the soundboard, the ones you can link together from his Dr. Phil soundboard. Is the you do it's time for you to make this is the time for you to make a changing day in your life, and then the next one needs to be, I want you to live your life as a gay woman. But no, this particular one, it was a Twitch thought, right? She everything was about like the likes and the followers and stuff like that and blah blah blah, and this is how she thought about how relationships work. I can have sex with any guy that has less followers than me. It is my goal to have sex with a guy who has more followers than me.
Such basicness. The basicness
reaching-
hurts my soul.
We're
Yeah.
reaching really weird standards in our society.
In a postmodernist society, Mike.
Yeah. A lot of it has to do with like the availability of dating, because it used to be you had to meet people face to face and do it, and now it's like, oh well, I'll just open Tinder and find a dude to have sex with me tonight, because
A dude?
I can do that.
You want to?
I'm saying for like in
look.
perspective of women.
I mean, if you want,
if I was gonna do that, I'd hit Grindr first.
well, I would. You probably want to talk to Cab. I mean, he'd probably,
Too far away, man.
I don't know. I think
Other
Cab.
side.
Cab would rub your hair. I mean, come on.
Mike might have more insight on this. Metacore in the chat says, "Isn't that how Japanese pop stars have been for ages? They're not allowed to let their personal relationships or marriages be public, so their fanboys can dream that they have a chance."
Okay, so all Asian celebrities are like this. Jackie Chan caused a couple suicides when he accidentally let it be known that he was married. Specifically in Japan, a couple of fangirls committed suicide over that. In K-pop, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed. Oh my God! You're not allowed to have relationships. They mold you into this perfect fucking plastic person.
I like
and
Fetus
you're not allowed.
Fairy's term of Koreaboo.
Stan
Fucking
Luna.
creeper.
Oh my God.
Those idols aren't allowed to show that they're married.
Guys, you reminded me of a story, and I'm going to tell this story. Okay, y'all remember a female wrestler named AJ Lee?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. There was a guy. I mean, I always thought, I always liked AJ. I thought she was, for one, she was actually, a good wrestler before they actually had the women's revolution, right? She was like,
I like AJ.
Yeah.
She quit way before she should have.
Yeah, way before her prime. If she,
AJ was with
CM Punk.
CM.
Yeah, CM Punk, yeah. If she hadn't been married to CM Punk, she'd probably still be there, right? Because she's like young. She's only like 29 years old. She's not like, old. You know what I mean?
She's not Trish.
Yeah, she's not
Plus,
Trish
she had
Stratus.
one of the fucking coolest finishers.
Yeah, the
like,
Black Widow.
at the
That was
time.
yeah. The Black Widow was a good finisher. But anyway, and I was on this, and I'm still a part of it. I just don't check in as much as you do. There's this, it's like a Facebook group of, wrestling fans, right? And it's a fairly sized, about 1,500 people. It's like, people chatting back and forth and blah blah blah. And like I said, I found AJ. She was a good wrestler, and she, to me, she was attractive, right? So she's pretty good looking, There was this one guy who obsessed over AJ, right? Obsessed all the time. I mean, he was always bringing up articles about her and blah 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 and this and that and the other. Well, after it was like known that she married, CM Punk, he didn't want to believe it.
Oh, my poor buddy.
She's still
Oh, no.
single to me, damn it.
And so, of course, we live in a postmodernist society. So, the first thing you do with this information, do you console this man or you troll this man? I mean, I know what I did. You want to know what I did?
Dunked on him.
Oh, I was like, dude, I just want you to think about this. This is what I did. You know, this is a message on Facebook. I said, I want you to think about this. I was like, I want you to think about this. Like, you know, just get this image in your head. Because I acted like I was trying to console him at first, you know. I said, just want you to realize something. It's like, it's okay. I was like, I want you to imagine AJ in her little, you know, little booty shorts and her little tank top, you know, and, you know, prancing around the ring like you remember. And I just want you to remember that CM Punk is going to be plowing that shit every fucking night for the rest of his life. And of course, everybody joined in after that. It was just like...
I have an official
Floodgates
Simpy
are
rating
open.
here. The official Simpy rating from the judges is 0.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, and then one of my friends, he started like trolling him every month. He's like, dude, I heard AJ's pregnant. Don't say that!
That means it's permanent.
Yeah, it's permanent. Right now it doesn't count.
I still have a chance. I still have a chance.
This is, you know, he's talking about a girl, you know, she's had multiple boyfriends, right? And I'll be honest with you, if they won't plowing, they's gay. Not there's anything wrong with being gay, Cap, you know, but
Sometimes you just gotta face the truth.
I mean, I mean, you know, that's just the way it is. And the whole, like, you know, when they started telling this dude every week that she was pregnant, I just like was laughing my ass off. I was like, it's just becoming trolling this guy all the time now. Don't say that. Now she did say one time, I don't know. I mean, it depends on, like, because she said at that point, she made a tweet one time. At that point in her life, she wasn't thinking about kids. So how'd she put it? She says, I don't want to lose my abs yet. Fair enough,
I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Plus, she's one of those people who like their doggos or like their kids. It's like, okay. So she's a weirdo. But we knew that. What's going on here? Troll marriage certificate. There you go. I'm surprised the guy didn't. I am really surprised the guy didn't like do the thing where, you know, he put himself in a picture with her. You know?
He probably did. He probably had a shrine.
Probably did.
It's just like at that point you understand that you have a problem and you don't tell anybody else.
Right.
Like I'm surprised you guys didn't break him and he like orders 10,000 wire hangers from Amazon and goes to Chicago with them.
Jesus. He's just constantly hanging out at CM Punk's outside his apartment or whatever.
Phil, I'm here with wire hangers for your wife.
I will be sure that your seed will never defile her.
But no, mental health is really an issue. God damn.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Reagan.
Oh God. So yeah, where were we? Zoe Quinn. What a bitch.
Speaking of people with terrible mental health.
Yeah. See, she goes, reactivated, but not really back. This is the one and only thing I had to say publicly about the last few weeks. Love and healing to those affected. Piss and puss for the opportunistic creeps. See this right here? That second part?
People criticizing me, aka.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't help you. Like, here's the thing. When you're issuing a statement as a non-statement, you don't try to be antagonistic at all, right? That's what you should do. That's good PR, right? Mm-hmm. Good PR says, I don't, even if they are trolls, and they will troll me no matter what, as long as, you know, as long as I don't add fuel to that fire, whatever, right? I can still come out this looking like a good person. But we're dealing with Zoe Quinn. So.
Shogunai, my nibble. Shogunai.
Let's see.
I had to pause. I realized, oh, fuck, I shouldn't.
It's fine. It's fine. Despite
We'll cut it
publicly
out in
accusing
post.
Halaka of egregious sexual and emotional abuse and subjecting him to the unforgiving court of internet opinion, Quinn begins by denying any culpability for Halaka's suicide. In the wake of this, let's see if they can find they got the original. No, they don't. They just got bits and pieces. I don't blame them because I'm not. I can't. I'm blocked and I don't care about doing private windows and all the dumb shit. Let's see what it says. No one coming forward about abuse they face and telling their story is responsible for their abuser's suicide, just as no one who chooses not to come forward is responsible for the abuser's further victims. Suicide is an awful thing, full stop. I know this intimately, as I have struggled against it since I was a teenager. And I have been I've been put on watch since the events, and I have been leaning on my support system heavily. I have nothing but love and sympathies for anyone else hurt in the wake of all this.
The events.
Quinn proceeded to claim she was saddened by recent events, flippantly addressing her accusations against Halaka as whatever drove Alec to hurt himself, and proclaimed that the public coming forward with her accusations was her, quote, only option remaining. That is bullshit. We know from Canadian law that there is no statute of limitations on sexual assault.
And
None.
and the fact that like publicly she stated that he sexually assaulted her, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately everyone who bandwagons with Zoe Quinn immediately called the dude a racist, or not racist,
A rapist. Yep. Immediately.
A racist rapist.
Might as well be. I mean,
They
throw it
do
all on there.
for fucking everybody. Yeah.
I got to read this.
Don't laugh.
I'm not laughing. 1,
You
2,
should piss.
3,
He's
4,
pissed.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm saddened for how much harm and hurt so many of us were going through in silence, or for whatever drove Alec to hurt himself and others. I'm saddened that 8 years of quietly trying to move around this out of fear and to minimize damage and harm he caused only resulted in more harm to himself and others. And my only option remaining was to speak up about my experiences because I knew I could withstand the backlash from people who were already determined to hate me. I'm saddened that whatever Alec needed to heal before and after the truth started coming out, he couldn't obtain. I legitimately lack the words for how horrible all of this is. Rather than address the narrative contradicting tweets and the private messages reported by Anna Slatz at the Post-Millennial, Quinn instead stated that she refused to, quote, dignify any of the gross misogynistic fake PI nonsense of strangers, claiming that Slatz of the Post-Millennial and other outlets subsequently covering the story, such as Bounding Into Comics and Niche Gamer, were, quote, lower than ambulance chasers and, quote, tabloids, and that the truth isn't really what they're looking for in the first place. Well, considering the truth wouldn't find you if it hit you with a bus in Minecraft, yeah, you wouldn't know about the truth either, would you, Zoe? Chelsea, would you, Chelsea? I'm not going to dignify the gross misogynistic fake PI nonsense strangers trying to scrutinize how imperfect a victim I was for cheap clicks and YouTube subs. They're lower than ambulance chasers, and addressing tabloids is a waste of time because the truth isn't really what they're looking for in the first place. Quinn then stated that her quote story has been corroborated repeatedly and decries anyone using this to bully anyone else into staying silent about abuse, and refocuses the recent tragedy solely around her personal feelings, stating that the accusations were, quote, not about proving anything about him. It was about no longer keeping a secret that had been making me periodically suicidal inside, and claiming that she, quote, doesn't think I'm ever going to be the same.
Wait, did she just say?
Well, let's read her words. And then you can comment. My story has been corroborated repeatedly by everyone, including the family, my friends who were there, his co-workers, his roommates, and multiple other survivors. But this is not about proving anything about him. It was about no longer keeping a secret that had been making me periodically suicidal inside. Anyone using this to bully anyone else and staying silent about the abuse is a monster. Anyone going against the family's wishes to use this tragedy to harass people they've predetermined to hate is a monster. I don't have words for how fucking disgusting it is to go through what I went through feel unfairly responsible for every new victim in 8 years in silence, while being afraid of anyone finding out what had happened to me out of the shame and fear of ostracism, facing the backlash for speaking up, and then also facing the backlash for what happened next. All in the same week that finding out one of the other men I trusted most had sexually abused another woman and cutting him out of my life. My heart is with anyone else being hit by this tide. I don't think I'm ever going to be the same. Rapture, what were you going to say?
Well, did she just say that she was suicidal to get sympathy from away from a man who did commit suicide?
Yes.
Yes.
That's low.
Yep. Well, that's Zoe Quinn, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is awful. Holy shit.
I too know the suffering.
Yeah. The multiple image response ends with Quinn stating that she has reactivated her Twitter account, quote, to promote my work because that's part of my job, but will not be monitoring most aspects of this account for some time. Facing a mountain of lingering questions and aforementioned unaddressed contradictory evidence, Quinn then attempts to completely distance herself from the situation, saying that she, quote, is, quote, horrified by every element of this situation and, quote, never wants to speak of it again, while dishonestly painting her critics and those asking for answers and accountability are as attempting to, quote, discourage survivors from speaking up. Now, here's the lie. Big one. I deactivated to try to minimize the sickos who would try to mine my feed for more reasons to cause more pain. I will be posting again to promote my work because that's part of my job I can no longer put off. And I owe it to my co-collaborators to show up for at least that much. Bullshit.
I don't know. It was probably in her contract.
No. It absolutely is not. It absolutely is not. DC Comics says we handle promotion. You write and draw books. That's in their contract.
That's all you gotta do.
That's all you got to do. That is bullshit. She's making shit up because she cannot stay away from social media. That's it. And I have seen DC Comic contracts. They're all the same. We handle promotion. You draw and write.
Because if the writers handle promotion, that means
they wouldn't have any. They wouldn't have any customers.
Well, that and they're considered employees and not contractors.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, she made it completely about herself. This is the chat. She made it completely about her and made herself a bigger victim than the guy that killed himself. Wow.
Yep.
The story doesn't match her own Twitter. Exactly. That's the whole point. It's like
people wonder why we held a fucking 5-year fucking crusade against this bitch. Holy fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like seeing an actual grifter or a snake oil salesman, and it's just like, you know what they're doing is wrong, and you try and tell people, but there are more stupid people in the world than you realize.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like I've lost faith in humanity completely. It's just everyone is good at different things. Some people are good at talking. Some people are good at welding. Some people absolutely love white knighting.
Yep.
You know, there are simpletons everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
This is truth.
And
all right, I'm okay.
That's fine. The only thing that I've said to this is what I said last week. I'm going to drag every company that employs her. And the fact that it's Marvel and DC and IDW just makes it a lot easier, right? Because I was dragging them anyway.
Considered a sort of
get inside to this specific person. Just like, I would really like for her to stop being a self-serving cunt because I'm just tired of hearing her name at this point. But she just keeps on spinning up
yet
her
she
cycle.
still persists, as it were.
I think I would be more okay with her being a self-serving cunt if the things that she produced were of
quality,
of any kind of quality.
Yeah. But it's like, I made Depression Quest. Yeah, so did I in 10 minutes. It didn't take me 3 years and like
4 boyfriends to
Yeah.
get it fucking coded.
and then stealing a bunch of money from charity until I get caught, and then having fucking God.
And somewhere in there, getting a game jam shut down.
Yep.
Not only
And
getting a game jam,
and costing Maker Studios like $100,000.
not only that game jam, but remember Anthologjam and Rebel Game Jam. Anthologjam where she and the other guy who she just cut out of her life, Lift Shift, were like, yeah, we're gonna take a bunch of money and we're gonna host a game jam, and people will just produce like
Except we're not, but
except they did one and only 2 people produced shit for it. And then Rebel Game Jam where she took a bunch of money and it was supposed to happen and then it never did.
Because the first one was supposed to be the Polaris one, right?
Yeah.
well, but wasn't it the Polaris one was the one that
With Maker, yeah.
broke down because of her.
Yeah. Because I remember
which is funny
I remember that was
JonTron, the fucking professional he is, still like he's talked a little bit about it, but I've never heard him actually give the hard details.
the only thing he's ever said, which
details
was I still say it was the sick burn, is when he said like he says, I'm seeing all this stuff blowing up on my feed and I find it's about Zoe Quinn. LOL.
Oh my God. I think the funniest thing to do with JonTron and Zoe Quinn, Zoe Quinn has stated multiple times how she wants to do a game. JonTron actually did one with actual professionals
and made it a show.
Made it a show, and it's really entertaining.
Yeah.
It was a really nice little episode. I liked it.
I even joked. I said, finally JonTron got to do his game jam.
My man's, he's finally done it.
He finally did it, the madman.
Imagine getting dunked on by YouTubers when you're a fucking video game maker.
Right.
And as I said before, that she and Phil Fish were supposed to be the response to the threat of YouTubers. Mm-hmm. It's the dumbest shit ever.
It was a way, like you said, it was a way for gaming sites and magazines and stuff to like try to be credible because they would have access. They would be the only ones who had access to.
There
people,
was
you know?
this fucking conference. I can't even remember the name of it. Oh my god, there was some conference and they were talking about changing the atmosphere and what it is to be gaming and a gamer, and they had specifically talked about needing rockstar devs, quote unquote, to kind of be out there in the forefront, pushing the narrative and pushing back against the normative system that was in place already.
The normative. They never seen a BlizzCon, did they?
That was my word, just because.
Right. But I'm just saying, like they would. We need Rockstar. Like I said, they never saw BlizzCon apparently because I'm talking about old BlizzCon, not what they do now.
Not as early or out of season April.
What, you guys don't have a phone?
Yeah, not that gun. I'm talking about when Chris Metzen we get on stage to get everybody fucking hype. Right.
Not Activision Con.
Yeah.
Like when they get called out for a fucking inconsistency in the lore and they go back and...
Yeah, they actually go back and like... He's like, oh, he's right. Well, we'll go fix that. And then add the guy into the game as a tribute. It's like, yeah, there you go. But yeah. So let's switch subjects, okay, guys? Do you think we'll ever get a sexually fluid Joker on the screen?
No.
Oh no!
I also
only because Cab is too shy.
Hey, with a title like that, it sounds like the Joker is just going to be sentient jizz jelly or something.
It would be a villain in the ambiguously gay duo.
Yeah.
Instead of Clayface, it's Gayface.
It's funny because as I was reading this, there's some interesting things. I want you to keep in mind the author here, Anthony Gramuglia.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Anthony
The Eternal
Guglia.
Italian.
Yep. And this is like I said, I don't want to go over this whole entire article, but basically it's like there's a lot of portion of the LGBTQA, LMNOP, XYZ community for more queer characters on film, along with the opposite push against sexual diversity. A recent debate on whether or not Spider-Man should be bisexual made it clear some fans want characters who are usually coded as straight to appear gay or bi or trans. But what about characters who have been coded as queer in the comics being sexually fluid on screen? What if that character is, quite frankly, a monster? What about at what point?
We want to show audiences that gay people can be terrible too.
At what point has the Joker ever been like portrayed as gay?
I don't think sexuality has ever been a major part of the Joker's character.
That's why I always said in the
Killing Joke?
No, yeah, in the Killing Joke. That's why I said he did not rape Barbara.
He didn't rape her. That was he humiliated her.
Yeah.
In an attempt to try and drive Gordon insane.
Yeah, they ever say he raped Barbara? I was like, no, he didn't. I mean, he humiliated her. You can say sexually assaulted? Yes, but as far as rape, no, because that's not what the Joker does. Like I said, that I don't believe in his psyche that enters.
I don't think Joker can get a fucking boner.
Yeah, I don't think that enters into his psyche at all. The comics have featured Batman,
and that's it.
Listen to this bullshit. The comics had featured Batman's iconic nemesis, the Joker, as queer-coded previously. In The Dark Knight Returns, Joker refers to Batman as darling.
He fucks with them.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah. In Death of the Family, the Joker has almost romantic obsession with Batman. There's a lot of evidence to indicate the Joker might not be as straight as he lets on. There's no evidence that he's like gay or straight. What are you talking about? I'll get to him in a minute. I'll get to Anthony in a minute here. It might be tempting to some writers and directors to want to bring that queer side of the Joker to the big screen. However, this decision would be objectively misguided and harmful. Is the Joker gay? The Joker's sexuality, much like his past, is a mystery. In no story has the Joker ever demonstrated in uncertain terms of his sexual inclinations. His dealings with Harley Quinn might lead some to see him as straight, but every iteration of the Joker and Harley indicate that the Joker sees Harley as a tool. He uses Harley's attraction to him as leverage to manipulate her. What about on film? On film, the Joker's been coded as straight, with one very important exception. Tim Burton's Batman presents Jack Napier, a career criminal who is set up by blah, 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 that Jack is sleeping with his girlfriend. Later, Jack, now Joker, pursues Batman's love interest, Vicky Vale. Also, so he's straight because, Why would someone make the Joker gay? Because we can't have a... Now, here's why I get... Okay, fuck all this. Let's look at another article by Anthony.
All right.
Mad love. The Joker should not be idolized. So why do people do it? This is a week ago.
Hey man, I gotta get all the fucking clicks because the Joker movie's coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have 7 more out by the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
They won't give me any more bread in the CBR.com seller if I don't.
This guy is obsessed with things being gay, right? Absolutely obsessed. But what else has Anthony written? What else? Oh
no.
The Vic Mignogna lawsuit failed, but fans' rage made it worse.
So it all ties down together. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. So I decided to do some digging. And by digging, I mean I did a literal YouTube search. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's his medium. Sailor Moon is the bi icon we need.
What?
Weren't the only lesbians in the seasons that weren't in America?
No. There was actual lesbians. Sailor Uranus and the other one. I can't remember fucking her name.
Neptune. Uranus and Neptune. They were gay. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone shipping Jupiter and Mercury together, but it's just because they're easier to draw side by side because it makes Mercury look really, really small next to big tough girl Jupiter.
Yeah.
There's I can't think of any actual other lesbians in that other than fucking
Neptune and Uranus. But
yeah,
what they
that's about
did,
it.
what they did, Rapture, what they did in the U.S. version is they made them cousins.
Oh, so they're just kissing cousins.
They were really, really close cousins, yeah. But here's some more. Why bisexual erasure in media and fandom matters. Something he wrote on February 12th. Anime Gate will never happen. Has an obsession with horror movies.
So, as somebody who I like to feel like I'm a part of the horror movie community, I appreciate them. I watch quite a few horror.
Yeah.
I've noticed recently that these people have kind of been forcing themselves into this community and trying to like change things.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think the biggest part was like chapter 2 where they're like, oh, the evil space clown isn't an LGBTQ fucking person.
Ally.
Yeah, it's not an
Like,
ally.
Who would imagine the alien the intergalactic space alien that thinks it's funny to torture kids to death before eating them is not an ally of the fucking alphabet crew? Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, here you go. Here's another
Who would
one.
have thought?
The myth of forced diversity.
And then they take a picture from an anime, which is produced in Japan for Japanese audiences.
Everyone can be Spider-Man. Now, here you go.
Optimus, can you do me a favor and get me pull up a picture of this dude's fucking profile picture, or like enlarge it, because I have a feeling it is the exact same like art style as all the other sexual predator dudes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can pull that up, and then I'm going to show you his real picture. Images.
Oh no!
All right.
Is this like before meth, after meth?
All right. There is his picture, right? There's his drawn picture.
Oh my god! It is the exact same fucking art style that they all use. And then
I recently figured out why it's like that. It's because they're all getting their art from Fiverr.
Yep.
There's a specific artist that charges like $30 for an avatar like that, and she uses the same fucking style all the time.
And here is his what he actually looks like.
He's got a very punchable face in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh, buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. Oh, fuck you.
Now let's look at oh, guess what? He's also written for the Mary Sue.
Oh no, color me shocked.
The
fucking.
I am Will the Legend of Zelda ever feature a chubby Link?
Well,
No.
seeing as how the Legend of Zelda requires action, no.
Alt-right fandom circles have been attacking and doxing people for disagreeing with them.
So what? People are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. People have agency.
Right-wingers tried to take down author Alyssa Wong with a fake tweet. Why?
Are they talking about that one bitch that was all
It's like every one of his articles. Wait a minute. Every one of his articles is either trying to be a statement of fact or it's a question, a question of some kind, right? Like, I don't buy the upcoming film Adam's LGBTQA LMNOP XYZ friendly advertising. People are seriously opposed to a queer Spider-Man. Why? Because Peter Parker is not gay, you moron!
People are opposed to queer Peter Parker.
Yeah.
People are not opposed to queer Spider-Man. See, that's like... I think that's what bothers me most about clickbait, is I get why it's intentionally done. Because God knows you need the clicks. You're probably going to fucking starve to death, Anthony. I'm so sorry.
God damn.
But it is one of those things that, like, you need the clicks and so on and so forth.
Oh, you have no idea. Hold on, let me do this. because this is the only way I can like see them because I'm blocked. Because never interacted with this person.
Ooh.
Right?
Am I coming in okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. This is some of his tweets found on the from the YouTube machine. He goes, "It appears that Tug, that umbrella guy, has remembered who I am. Tug, do you want me to share with the world who you are?"
That's a threat of a dox.
Sounds like it to me. And then he goes, "Congratulations to EVS for picking up a Fuse comics from the printer. It only took you a year after the due date to do it." No, this is September. I know you don't. I know you can't into. I know you can't into time well. Oh, this explains a lot. Wait, it's hashtag bi week? Okay, hi. As an outspoken bi, hi. I don't care. So I stumbled on this post. I mean, I'm still on Twitter, so hi. EVS didn't chase me off. I blocked him. And can we count this tweet as a threat? I wonder.
So I really, really fucking hate the entire buy thing that because every one of these people is bi, and it's the easiest way into the LGBTQAIOP plus in
plus alpha
XD underbirth.
Yeah,
install.
I'll bang dudes. I'm just not doing it right now.
Yeah.
It's that St. Patrick's Day thing where it's like, I'm wearing green underwear. You can't pinch me.
Well, it's funny to me because I went and, like I said, I'm not going to share a private window right now, but I looked on a private window to see what he was saying about Tug, and he was talking about, Tug's only in this for the grift. He's only in because he doesn't have any money and blah, blah, blah.
My dude, you right clickbait. Fuck off.
Okay, wait a minute, Mike. You're going to like this. Case of the littlest umbrella.
What ultimately what this comes down to is this guy has written dozens, hundreds of articles and has nothing to show for it. Tug wrote one thing one time.
Yep.
And
I'm looking at it now. It's like, okay, yeah. So you've wrote for the Mary Sue. You've wrote for CBR. Medium doesn't count because fuck Medium. I think he wrote for a couple of. I think he wrote for Screen Rant. I think. There's a few places that I found that he wrote for. By the way, he's got 4,000 followers on Twitter. Piper has more followers than he does on Twitter.
I have more followers.
You have more followers soon. Cab will probably soon have more followers than him on Twitter now that he's been exposed. Well, he's exposed a feminist for allegedly.
Well, technically, the feminists exposed him, and
yeah, that was the problem. The feminists exposed him on the dance floor and jerked him off, but didn't, but not to completion, unfortunately, and that's what. But yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Didn't let him even lick that booty butter. Anyway,
Damn it.
Anyway,
So why Anthony's talking about the grift that Tug just did. Well, Tug apparently has made $101,000 on one comic book.
Man writes hundreds of articles, barely able to survive in single studio apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Other man writes one book once, able to buy a house. Ash.
And a gun. Don't forget he has a gun. I'm serious. Do not forget he has
Tillman's
guns.
got a gun!
Tug has got a gun.
Tug has got a gun.
Tug has got a gun.
Also,
I believe they tried to do that too because he was showing off what he was calling security systems the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They were different, guns of different kinds, and they were saying he's threatening people. I'm like, no, he's showing off the security system. I mean,
hey there, everybody. Sorry for being a little late. This video I had to arm.
You're a little too good at that. Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not that good with the impression. The most I can do is, "Hey there," and that's about as far as I can get on a Tug impression. Hey there.
I'm the man. I'm the man of many voices.
No, I can do that. Okay, I can do the "Hey there." Today I'm going to take you onto that little world that we like to call.
The hardest part is hey, because he has everything he says is always in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to keep that up.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you just want to start talking.
Tug made more money in a year than this poor SJW. He made more money in like a month. Because it finished in May at $76,000, right?
I'd like to remind you that in a month, made more money than a bunch of SJWs on one book.
Oh my god, Anthony Gramuglia left his fucking email on the homepage of his website, anthonygramuglia.com. Also, he has all of his features and editorials linked.
Oh, wow.
Are you sure this is his webpage and not his resume?
No, it's his webpage because it's writer of fiction, articles, and entertaining tweets, which are all lies.
Yeah.
I mean, fiction is lies by default, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn. But ultimately, this is all comes down to, soy boys are barely able to get out a fucking survivable living.
Yeah.
Doing favors for people behind the scenes. A couple of handy J's in an alley just to make rent money.
Yep.
And here's Tug, $100,000. All he did was write a book about him and his daughter on an adventure.
While saying "Hey there" constantly.
Yeah. Hey there. And having his cute little daughter come on stream and tell stories that are 100 times better than modern comics.
Oh my god, I found out his fucking word. So, do you guys want to guess what his fucking blog spot name is?
I can't wait.
Is it his own
I'm
fucking
sorry,
name?
WordPress. No, it's Bespectacled Nerd. Why?
This is one of those guys who
man's
thinks
my
he's
dude.
this is one of those guys who thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Oh my god, he gets $14 a month on Patreon.
Ladies and gentlemen, I refuse to make less money a month than this guy. So if you would like to contribute to
Donate
Okay.
to Patreon to own the lib.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's I'm gonna go through his fucking shit real quick. His tiers. Dollar tier, Wordsmith. Wordsmith gains access to Patreon exclusive blog posts. $5 tier, Page Master. Page Masters gain access to Patreon polls and writing notes.
Oh.
$10 tier, Bookkeeper. Bookkeepers will be personally credited in the following works as Patreon. The Create Your Own Adventure Novella Project.
Guys,
Oh my god, no!
what?
No! Supported by Anthony. These are the people he's supporting on Patreon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Kate Left.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbot.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Nika Harper.
Mm-hmm.
Tail Foundry. And Otaku Versus.
Let me guess.
Did you say Tailverse?
The Tail Foundry and Otaku Versus.
Okay.
I don't know why.
So wait a minute. So for example, for the graded Patreon and Subscribe Star, by the way, we got both. Those links have come up several times in the chat. You get access to the Discord. Well, you can get access to that anytime. Just ask me. But you get behind the scenes access, and then if you up your contribution like Raptro did, you can actually be on the show.
And shitpost like me.
Yeah, and just have a good time, right?
If you're really fucking funny while you're on the show, you might even become a regular addition.
Yeah,
Retro.
exactly. You know,
Oh, is that where I am now?
I mean, you might as
Yeah.
well be. I mean, hell.
Okay.
Fucking,
You're
you're
part of the
actually,
Degaruna crew now.
yeah, you're actually hilarious. Let's let's be honest here.
Oh.
But I'm
Also,
just
like,
saying,
insanely fucking talented at digging and shit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good to have a digger when you need one. And I mean, you're not like digging into ass or anything like that. That's something Cab would do, but he's not here right now.
Only 8 people have supported Monco.
At least one of those is his mom. I promise.
All right, no joke. I know for a fact that more people have supported Cab on Kofi than on Coffee than this guy.
Just to call him gay too.
Just to call him.
Well, okay.
Cab literally got $5 the other day, so somebody could call him gay. I am not kidding you.
So I'm gonna point out the biggest difference between Anthony Googly Eyes and Cab here.
Okay.
What Cab does genuinely takes work and talent. Googly Eyes is just fucking shitting words onto a page.
Oh God. Another thing, Rapture. I don't know if you saw this today. When Cab, was made his stunning and brave admission that he was some guy they went digging into Cab's thing and they found his art, right?
Yeah, and the dude was like, there were people in my art class that unironically liked heavy metal.
I loved heavy metal. That was a
Yeah,
great
what's wrong
fucking
with heavy
movie.
metal? It's
But the fact is, he's comparing Cab's drawings to heavy metal. I said, you're comparing Cab to Frank Frazetta?
yeah,
Okay.
which is high fucking praise.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, you asshole? You fucking... I like how everybody was like, you know what you're saying is liable. I was like, not according to you people. Right?
Anthony Gramuglia isn't his real name. It's Anthony James.
Wait, you telling me this fool, he's faking being Italian too?
Yeah. He changed his name. The oldest thing I can find is Vocal Media author Anthony James. He changed his fucking on-site name to Anthony Gramuglia.
That's not even a cool fucking Italian name. I mean, his name is Punchbowl.
Send that to Tug, because Tug's been kind of wilding on him a little bit, so he might find that interesting. And
Okay, it may be Anthony James Gramuglia, but he put his middle name as his last name.
Mhm.
But holy shit, some of these articles are just the fucking worst.
Just read the titles.
Okay, we'll start with his older one.
Okay.
His pure fucking oldest one. Nightmares, monsters, and science fiction inspired by Lovecraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
relative. Oh my god, we can actually chart out when he drank the Kool-Aid. Holy shit.
All right.
Okay, so that was 3 years ago.
If you go by frame, picture the moment when the Kool-Aid touched the tongue.
Okay, so 3 years ago, X-Men films ranked from worst to what is a joint session in Congress, best burger spots in New York, shit like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you tell me that he broke in November 7th of 2016, I will flip my shit, because I'm like, no kidding.
Please let it be so. Please let it be so.
I
We
don't
haven't
He
seen
doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to say
I
it.
don't
but
want to.
You don't want to say it, but I'm on to something, aren't I?
Oh, okay. He doesn't show it until later.
Okay.
But Anthony Gramuglia is responsible for articles like this one that I will let you read the title of because it would spoil the punchline.
It's how to gently introduce rough sex in bed.
You say I'm going in dry, bitch, and that's all you got.
When was this written?
That one was. Hold on. 2 years ago. They don't give me an exact.
Okay, so
But-
2017 at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't really show anything major until what I'm guessing
Mm-hmm.
is like the middle of 2017. Where it's like powerful women in ancient history, and he's just like really, really fucking going in. And then like a couple months after that, you get greatest bisexual superheroes.
Here we go.
That's where he
There
came
it
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is actually kind of his coming out thing, where it's like Deadpool, Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Prodigy, Harper
Prodigy.
Row, Mystique, John Constantine, Harley Quinn.
Wait, Constantine's bi?
No. Sailor Moon,
No.
No.
Rose Quartz.
I mean, yeah,
Ugh.
probably. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah, that probably is.
Uh,
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole purpose of that fucking.
Yeah,
show.
yeah. I was
Show
gonna
how
say,
good
fucking-
they are.
I was gonna say, Xavier wasn't here when we talked about his article about how Sailor Moon is bi.
How?
Because
Anthony Gramuglia said so. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean,
because Googly Eyes, God of the Universe, deems it so, Xavier. Why are you fucking are you a bigot?
I'm having issues.
Dude, he's written like fucking 30 articles about marijuana. And I've been going through like
It doesn't matter what that slant-eyed minute created.
Don't tell me he's a dude. He's also a dude Weedlamau.
yeah, he is.
White person in New York says therefore.
Here's a fucking another one. Louis Armstrong and marijuana from 2 years ago.
Oh Jesus!
Reefer Madness analysis. Why would you watch Reefer Madness? It sucked. Same-sex couples in history. Overwatch and the books, movies, and games that inspired it. Is it possible to be fat and healthy?
No.
Towns with the best LGBTQA community. Delicious meals that can kill you. Coolest metal album covers.
Wait, what was that
Can
last one?
technology heal blindness?
Say that again.
Coolest metal album covers
Oh,
for
Jesus.
some reason. Did Abraham Lincoln smoke pot?
Oh my God! Okay, look. I can straight up like refute that right now. Lincoln was a very, very puritanical, and
Yeah.
I don't see him as somebody who would like imbib, as they say.
Wasn't he also like a motherfucker who was like known for being an asshole?
Yeah, he could be a jerkwad, but that being a jerkwad, you can still be clean and be a jerkwad. You know, like.
Okay, here's a gem from Googly Eye. Is marrying for love a modern concept?
Oh dear God.
Strangest places in New Jersey. Scariest moments in Nintendo games.
My man's is.
I don't need to read that article because I already know it's all in that one game that JonTron reviewed.
Ridiculously over-specialized job. Beginner's Guide to Lego Dimensions. New Star Trek Discovery trailer is released. Insane things Elvis Presley ate. Best nerdy bars in the world.
Nerdy bars.
I guess. Most iconic alien encounters in film. History of Science Fiction Part 1. History of Science Fiction Part 2. Best H.R. Geiger illustrations. Stigma against mental illness. How to cook with wine.
Yeah, you cook. Okay, I can tell you how to cook with wine. You want to know? Okay, here's what you do. You know, you get a pot, you put the fucking wine in there. That's how you do it, you dumb shit. It's not fucking hard. Fuck.
Best grilling cookbooks. Scariest science fiction aliens. Modern political speech. History of Science Fiction Part 3. Most dangerous jobs. Music and concert documentaries on Netflix. I feel like this dude is like a schizophrenic.
Yeah, but
I feel like I'm going schizophrenic.
I'm still the whole how to gently introduce rough sex in bed. Is Anthony Gramuglia a possible?
I'm going in raw and I'm going in dry. Do I have your?
Are we?
Oh my god.
Just to read the, like I said, I'm not going to click on it.
Yeah.
Your rough sex fantasies may seem like just a fantasy, but with a few gentle, calculated choices, you can help your partner help you make the most of a night between the bed sheets. Guys, I think we might have a situation here.
Yeah,
when is Googly Eyes getting me too?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay, we'll kill off. I'm on the very the newest page of his articles. So these stopped 2 years ago.
You're on the
This
edge
is
of the
before
cliff?
he moved.
So
Yeah, this is before he moved to comic book whatever
with
and
CBR and Mary
whatever
Sue
soon,
and yeah, probably more
okay.
medium stuff. Yeah, but yeah.
All right, let me get back into the voice. Yeah, the full fuckboy voice. Most offensive Marvel comic stories. Best sci-fi cult classics of all time. Best TV shows based on a comic book series. Why Overwatch represents fan demand for diversity in video games. Why horror games are scarier than movies. Dating sims and the decline of Japan's birth rate.
My nigga, Japan's birth rate is declining because there's way too many fuckers over there.
Yeah.
There's way too many of them.
There's also a lot of culture that have absolutely nothing to do with the dating. They don't help.
Piper is needed for sounds. Ugh.
God.
Fine.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, we need crescendos to this dude's like.
I mean, yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Oh, well, this entire this is 21 pages. Okay, so 20 pages of 6 articles. That's 120 plus the last page, which is 3. 123 articles.
There. Y'all feel better now?
So this motherfucker on this website alone for Vogue has written 123 articles. This is probably for free, right?
Yeah.
He does it for free.
Yep.
But yeah, no, just going through like the amount of content, like this is like writing is, the graphic design is my passion, people, where they just shit out something truly off, and it's just like it's Montezuma's Revenge, but in writing form.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's nothing of substance.
Mm-hmm.
It is pure written diarrhea.
Not just verbal.
So, what you're saying is this man has spent a significant portion of his life effectively doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, nothing of substance has been added to the world. Nothing good has come from.
Well,
basically put in a lot of effort doing nothing.
All right, hold on. Just so people can hear it, because they can't do without soundboards. But here you go, just for them.
Wow, you even got the audio to distort.
But yeah, no. So I don't want to shit on Googly Eyes too much because I feel like he likes that.
Googly-eyed perv.
But here's the thing, right?
You think the rough six gets a little scatological in here? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think Googly Eyes is into much worse shit than.
Is he a scat man?
Probably. I mean, he's been to nerd bars. You can't really go lower than that, other than like being a foot guy or a furry.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like he feels like one of these people who, like, around 2008 when nerd culture started getting like really popular, where it was suddenly okay to like old movies that people would make fun of you for liking and shit.
Yeah.
And it was that like, oh, well, it's okay to like this and you have to like everything and everybody has to like everything. And it really feels like he is he's not the embodiment of it, but he's definitely, oh god, like a symptom.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying if Anthony was going to describe himself, right? He would describe himself this way?
I'm the scat man.
Maybe, but, like, if I were to describe what Anthony is, so let's say that all of the SJW shit is hepatitis C, or just hepatitis or herpes in general, or whatever. Anthony Googly Eyes is cold sore.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like
very noticeable on the face,
and it's very noticeable, and it's very unsightly.
Yeah.
But if you fuck with it, it only gets worse.
Right. You just start spreading all over your face, and I mean, granted, how I first learned about this idiot is because of the orca. The blue-haired orca. So.
Ren Infamous or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Renfamous. Yeah. Because I saw them kind of palling around with that person. I said, "Well, anybody, I'm sorry, but anybody kind of pals around with that thing, pretty much all I need to know."
Yeah, it's funny. I've heard that name in forever.
Yeah.
Did you fuck off or did?
Oh no! She started up today because here's the new thing. Apparently, Ethan Van Sciver, because he showed his books today. At least the team up cover, which is what I'm getting of him. Doing signing it and all that stuff, right? Apparently, according to these internet detectives, Ethan Van Sciver is making smaller comics because his hands are too big for the comic.
Okay. I'm my brain's shutting down. What?
Yeah.
This is the exact same shit that they made fun of 4chan or whatever for using algebra to calculate Tifa's breast size in the Final Fantasy remake. Mm-hmm. They're doing the exact same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to understand, some things are important.
Here, let me show you something. Put this picture up.
Tifa's consistently been the number one waifu on lists for almost years because of.
There is my copy.
Divine Bust.
If you look at the screen, of the stream.
If we look at the screen, it's Myers.
Hey, it's my pinned tweet. I mean, what can I say, right?
Okay.
All right. There is my hand on a copy of Exiles. According to these fruit bats, they must think that I must have a small what do you call it? A TV guide size book or something.
Yeah.
But this is a full sized, full size comic.
It's almost like perspective does. But Optimus, I have to point out something very problematic that you're doing. Why did you choose to cover up the woman's face?
Well, I also covered up 3 of the men's faces. So
that doesn't matter. You're covering the woman's face, and that's more of a problem than anything.
Well,
yeah, they can't be equal. You have to treat that one special, otherwise, you hate women.
Yeah, you have to stick holes in your hands like Jesus Christ, where face shows through.
So you're saying that I need some stigmata to?
Yeah.
Just admit you hate women.
I mean, why not? Yes, I hate women's. No, I respect women. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Telling lies on me, Xavier. What are you doing?
You respect him with those strong hands of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is pretty ludicrous. I mean, we've made fun of him for his hands before in the past. I mean,
his toe thumb, right?
Yeah.
It's like
40% of his body mass is just.
That's just memeing, though.
All right, tell you what, Raptra.
Yeah,
I'll make you a deal. I'll do the stigmata, but anytime that from now on, I want you to move to where I live, and anytime I come into a room, I want you to play this for everybody.
I don't know, because isn't that part of religion? And isn't religion the bad now? And religion is worse than a misogyny. And
we're now that we have
religion enshrined to the patriarchy.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you notice, this picture also includes my whiteness.
Oh no!
Maybe once and for all, Mike will finally believe I'm not black.
But you are black.
But
Turn the exposure on this stream down real quick.
That's another thing. Okay, so here's the thing. So they inadvertently called Ethan saying he has large hands, right? Now, according to these same people, they said because Trump has small hands, that must mean he has, a tiny whatever, right?
Yeah.
So what they're trying to say is that Ethan is, Mandingo.
It's weird how all of these people are It's weird how all of these openly bi people are lusting openly for Ethan Van Schreiber's.
Vitiligo.
Ethan.
Oh God, Bitter once in a chat. Vitiligo could be going on.
I mean, Ethan Van Schlonger.
Ooh, that's
Oh God.
going on.
Wait, is that why Googly Eyes hates Ethan Van Schreiber? Did Ethan Van Schreiber turn down his sexual advances?
Could it
He
be
did.
that he wanted some rough sex with Ethan Van Sciver and and it didn't work out?
Oh god.
And he's like such a. I look at his Twitter feed. He's such a sanctimonious little prick too. He goes like, "I just starve them of oxygen, and then when you don't talk about them, they don't mean anything to you. But once in a while, you got to come in and just let them know and blah blah blah." I'm like, you're a disingenuous
They
little.
do mean
fat-
something to you if you're thinking about them, you fucking Mongol.
Yeah.
Can't call people Mongol. That's wrong of me. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, like straight up, I found. Let me tell you this little side story. Well, I think Mike, I've showed you the the YouTube channel. What's his name, Kaif, who did the. He does he has streams of WoW and different video games he plays with his friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like us if we were in Great Britain. Constant, just calling people, calling each other shit and dumb shit like that. There was one stream. It was during the launch of Battle for Azeroth, and he was teaming up with this girl, to level up, and she is apparently, I think she's Spanish, but she sounds like a duck.
Oh, amazing.
So she talks, she's like, "Hey, what's going on?" That kind of voice, right? Well, at one point in the thing, she actually did something and screwed up and went the opposite way of where they were supposed to go, as far as questing goes. And she goes "I didn't do it." He said, "You clicked the wrong fucking thing, you Mongo." So, calling that dude a Mongoloid is okay. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. You're fine.
Yeah. Have we found the first bisexual Mongoloid sexual predator?
No, Genghis Khan.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, that was just spoils of war, though, kind of thing, right? I mean, I don't know if you would.
Yeah, but I mean, he was sexual and a predator, and he's a Mongol, and apparently he took whatever he wanted. So.
Everybody, if anybody ever wants a good read, go on Super Nerdland and find the story of Bear Khan. Something.
Oh yeah, fucking. Yeah, if fucking graded 0.5 had to remember the name of this shit. Hits 1,000 subscribers, I'll do the video of me burning Goddess mode.
Yes, that's right. You heard it here first. If we hit 1,000 subs, Raptro here will burn his copies of of Goddess mode.
I will burn the entirety of the run of Goddess mode.
So you're gonna read them and then into the fire they go?
Motherfucker, I'll fucking read them out loud for the camera, sure.
Well, I
already
wouldn't
read them.
because you can get it could be demonetized and all that. But what you could do is just kind of flip and then just. Now the question is, what kind of fire? Are you going to do an outdoorsy type campfire?
When we get closer to 1,000, we can hold a poll.
There you go. Yeah. So we can get the type of fire. Because personally, I would do a pit fire, and then you could cook barbecue while you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Madanui, I did forget the name of the channel I'm on right now because I have alcohol in my system.
Why'd you even buy them?
My
He
dude.
Mata, I think, missed the story where you bought them for like $1 for the whole run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I got all of them for $1. And then I don't think, like, I in part of the story, I don't think I was even charged for them.
Yeah.
Because, like, the total of all the comics I bought that day were, like, lower
Than what they should have been.
Like, yeah. This is also the same day I got the entire Marvel run of tie-in comics for the shit.
Harness was garbage. I remember
Yeah,
that
kinda.
one. Yeah. But even that had better art, yeah? That's funny. A holy cleansing fire. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Is there...
I mean, I'm still gonna have to do, like, a salt circle and runes and shit, so...
But Rapture, I got a question. Is there any way you can get to a volcano?
Can you get to Yosemite?
I could get to Mount St.
Yellowstone.
Helens quicker.
Because I just want to... I really want a moment... I want that Elrond moment. Cast it into the fire!
What you need to do is you need to get some of that shit that's non-toxic color of the flame.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. When we do the poll, I just thought of something. Because I'm going to do this, right? So it'll be like campfire, volcano, whatever. And the last option is going to be cab. The fourth option is going to be cab because he's a flamer. So,
if Cab wins that poll,
yeah,
somebody will give me his address, and he will get all 6 copies of Goddess Mode, or all 6 issues.
I can see him. I want him to record himself opening it. Like, what the fuck?
So fuck you, Rapture.
What do I do with these?
Yeah, what do I do with these? What the fuck? I don't want this shit.
Did Rapture just tell me to kill myself?
Okay, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects is a terrible, terrible game with some actually decent fucking characters that they created.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, the concept was kind of like a good idea, but the game was horrible.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's because it was an EA game.
Well, yeah.
And they're like, here's 6 months to make a Marvel fighting game.
Why did you tag? Up?
I was trying to type here, but it came high.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the secret's out. Apparently, Micah.
He fixed it.
Yeah, he color corrected the.
Really shittily, but whatever.
The best part is, I know you took it from the other picture.
I love the little blood bits around the face too.
Yeah.
Like you cared enough to try and put bone in there.
What gets me is there's not much of a hand left on that side. Really, where the skin between the thumb and the pointer finger should just fall apart, just there shouldn't be any. As big a hole as it is, there shouldn't be anything.
Don't worry about it.
I have never seen a black man with freckles, so.
I have. It's creepy.
Well, I mean, there it is.
God is an awesome God.
All right, we taking some people to church here.
I'm getting a message from the comic book God. He wants you to come up here. And put $1 in the box.
And then you can get your copies of Goddess Mode. God bless. Oh, man. Well,
I thought this was a salvation, not a damnation.
Damnation Army.
Damnation Army sounds like a fucking sick ass comic title.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's it for tonight. Let me tell you folks, what's going on the rest of this week. Tomorrow night, we have the creator of Door Kickers, Scott McCullough, coming on to once again push Door Kickers. On Wednesday night, we have the Oddity creator. I forgot his name, but his ad is Indie Comics Dave on Twitter. But the creator of Oddity will be on Thursday. Oh God, I think it was. I'm gonna get it wrong. Let me go look at my Twitter.
And they made fun of me for forgetting the name of the show.
Literally, dude. don't give me no crap here. Get out of here. I can remember the name of my own show. I just
Can't remember some random dude.
yeah. It's the Fireshine Fireshine Pro, who has Fireshine #1 coming out. He'll be on Thursday, and just confirmed for Friday night, Mike Murphy will be returning to once again talk about The Gods Fear Me.
Yeah.
Sick.
So this is going to be a full week, and I'm going to need a lot of sippies. So
Sippies, guarantee showtimes. Like,
yeah, because the way it's looking, like I won't be able to be fat this week at any point. So.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, at least Mike's the only one who knows what being fat means.
Mm-hmm.
That means
Confirm.
yeah, being fat just means you're going to be lazy for a diet. It's like I'm just going to sit over here and be fat. So yeah, we got a full week. Like I said, Scott McCullough, Indie Dave Comics is the name, creator of Oddity, and then we have Mr. See what's his name? I think his name is Damon Black. I believe his name is. Yeah, Damon Black for Fireshine #1 on Thursday, and Mike Murphy will be here on Friday to round out the week to talk about The Gods Fear Me. So yeah, it's going to be a fun week. We're going to have a good time. We will hopefully see you soon, and y'all have a good one, and we'll see you then. Now, okay, which one of y'all is going to do the bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Okay. Y'all have a good one. See y'all later.
Later.